Welcome to Vocalize. So when teaching someone how to use the eye gaze device, you're going to have two primary methods for teaching. One is exploration and one is modeling. This tutorial is going to focus on the modeling, but for modeling to someone who is not brand new to the eye gaze device. I have a different video to model if they are using the device for the first time or it's their first week or month with the device. But this video is going to kind of give some examples of modeling if your individual is already established with the device in the sense that they understand the cause and effect. They understand that they are in control, that this is a device for communication, it's a practical use, it's not a toy that's just for fun. And they understand just a little bit of how it works. So I highly suggest that if you're still newer, or if your individual is still newer to it, they've only had it for a few weeks or a few months, it's super simple to have a controlled activity and kind of focus on the language within that activity. So I suggest, books, coloring, playing, talking about a particular movie, or singing working on the lyrics of a song, like Wheels on the Bus or something like that. Having a specific activity that you're pulling language from just helps to kind of give direction when teaching. So keeping it simple, but now they're more familiar with the device. So now you need to add the navigation component. And that is super, super important because the hardest part of learning this device is the navigation, figuring out how do I get to this thing that I want to say. Keeping it simple, an example of an activity could be coloring. So if you had a coloring page in front of you that you and your individual are working on together, you have a bunch of different colored crayons or markers laying out, then you could be jumping back and forth, working on your turn, my turn, words on the core words page, as well as the color page. Okay, so it might look like, go into quick fires. All right, it's my turn. I want. I'm gonna go into my all words to colors. I want the color
green.
I'm gonna color the grass down here green. Okay, now it's
your turn.
What
do you
want? What color do you want? Let's go back into all words and down here to colors. What color? Let them color for a little bit. Okay, now it's my turn again. Okay. I think this time I'm going to pick on my all words colors. I'm going to pick the color black. Yeah, I think this hat will look good in color black. Okay. All right. Now it's your turn. So with that example, you're really focusing on 3 boards. You're staying on 3 different boards, the quick fires, the core words, and the color boards, and you're focusing on the different language within those. And then as you're navigating between those boards or those pages, you're narrating your steps. Some individuals, they might have a hard time tracking with their eyes. So if it's a point where they're just resting their eyes, they're looking away, they can still be learning and absorbing how to navigate because you're narrating your steps for them. Once your individual is getting a lot better at using the eye gaze device, learning what all there is and everything, you kind of mix in and start moving towards conversational communication in addition to just, communication within a specific activity. So with that, it's really important that you model all the parts of a sentence so that your individual is not only hearing, but they're also seeing and learning how to put together the different types of words, pronouns, nouns, verbs, how they go together, and your object and your subject, and just sentence structure is really important with language. And so you want to model every word within a sentence. For example, you can say,
It is the.
I'm going to go down here to the date and time.
Weekend.
Okay?
What?
And I'm going to go to my questions.
Should.
what should we do tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Okay, what should we do tomorrow? I don't know. Let's go to our places. We could go to
Park.
the park, or we could go to
Library.
the library, or we could go to a restaurant.
Restaurant.
We could go out to eat.
What
do you
want?
want to do? So there, as you saw, I started by modeling every single word of the sentence. And then as I was kind of giving options, which was going to be lengthier sentences, I started just picking out keywords. So that was an example of, modeling a full sentence, but also practical use. As important as it is to model every single word in a sentence, that's not super practical for your individual in terms of their communication on a daily basis or from just expressing their needs. If they're in pain or if they need something, if they want to tell you how they're feeling, it's not really fair to ask them to navigate between a bunch of different pages and take that time and that energy to write out every single word. Especially if you have little ones. I have a 4-year-old, and if she is hungry, she's crying, she's on the verge of, being totally hangry, I'm not expecting her to look at her device and be like, Mom, please get me some crackers, okay? She can just say, need food, or want to eat, crackers, please. Or she doesn't even have to have manners if she's on the verge of being hangry. She can just say, crackers. Like, she's getting her point across with just getting the keywords, and I'm not expecting her to use every single word within a sentence, and that's okay. But it's still important to model every once in a while. Alrighty, so if you have any questions or suggestions, please feel free to leave them in the comments or use the email. You can feel free to email me. And don't forget to subscribe so that you can be aware when I post new videos. Thanks.